What's going on, guys? This is James Allen. I am recording this on Monday, July 14th, 2025. Caffeine AI launches tomorrow. There's going to be a launch event for it in the Dogpatch area of San Francisco. And I've noticed during the weekend, many people have been asking me, James, why do you think Caffeine AI will fail? I've been getting these questions over and over, and I'll read one of them before I answer it. So here we go. This is coming from Neymar. He says, James, I'm currently signed up for the hackathon pass for Caffeine AI launch event on Tuesday. Still have a huge debate with whether or not I should go. Caffeine AI sounds super promising. I'm not a tech guy. Watch your past videos, but would you let me know as simple as possible why Caffeine AI will fail? So, he's basically saying he has a ticket to go to the event that's happening in a Dogpatch tomorrow for Caffeine AI launch. He's not sure whether to go or not. And he's been watching my videos and he wants to know, okay, can you explain to me in a concise way why this project will fail? And there's been other people who made a similar request. So let me go ahead and answer your question. Unfortunately, before I give you an answer, I kind of have to backtrack a little bit or step back a little bit so we could take a look at the big picture. That is, what is Caffeine AI a reaction to? Why is Definity all of a sudden, focusing on Caffeine AI when their job is to build and maintain a protocol, right? You guys should really ask yourself this question. What is a company or an organization, a nonprofit whose job it is to maintain a protocol, all of a sudden building AI tools for people to build websites? What is this a reaction to? And for you to find out, all you have to do is go to the SNS. Go to the SNS dashboard and you will realize why Caffeine AI exists, right? You will quickly see that the SNS is a desert, right? There's not much going on the SNS. In fact, you could scroll through all the projects of the SNS in one quick scroll, right? One quick scroll, you could see every project happening on the SNS, all the tokens, right? And many of these projects are dead. Many of them are abandoned. Many of them are just left for dead, right? Right? Meaning the people who founded them, they ghosted these projects. Nothing's happening there, right? So because the SNS is a desert, there's nothing happening on the SNS. The developers and the entrepreneurs are jumping ship, or they're not attracted to the protocol in the first place for a number of reasons, which I've tried to warn Definity about. The reason why developers and entrepreneurs are not adopting the ecosystem, I've tried to warn Definity about that even before this stuff happened, guys. I've tried sending emails to people I know at Definity warning them that, hey, a lot of these founders were emailing me, telling me these complaints, right? We don't need to sidetrack. The point is this. The SNS is drying up culturally, socially. It's irrelevant, right? So in order to save the ship, Dom said, okay, let's create an AI tool so that the normies could then build applications, right? So that the normies could build websites, schedulers, blogs, as if that's what the blockchain is for, right? Why would you put a blog or a scheduler on an expensive infrastructure like the blockchain, right? Nevertheless, this is Dominique's attempt at saving the SNS, right? Let's pitch it to the normies so that they could build on the ecosystem, because the developers and the entrepreneurs, they're not there, right? Let's get the 8 billion people, the 8 billion normies. Let's get grandma to build the scheduler on the expensive blockchain infrastructure, right? That's a desperate attempt to save the protocol. And I will tell you why it will fail. And I don't want it to fail, right? Let me be clear. Definity, I've been saying this all along. I am not your enemy. I am not your adversary. Yes, I critique you, but I do not want you to fail. In fact, I want to help, But let me explain why this will not work. You see, scaling is something you earn. Scaling is something you earn. It's a right. You have to show that the project is worthy of more lives. Trust me, I have my own project. I know. You have to show your project is worthy of more lives before you can scale, right? And judging by the SNS and how dead the ecosystem is, Caffeine AI is not the right tool because it's a scaling tool right now. Definity should not be focusing on scaling tools. They should be focusing on building human connection, on building trust, on building community. They need to stop being a brochure, a technical brochure. If you go look at Definity's YouTube channel, they're just a technical brochure, man. That's all Definity is. It's just a technical brochure. And that doesn't speak to young people. All this corporate professional stuff doesn't speak to young people. Stop being a technical brochure. You need to build human connection, community, emotional buy-in, resonance, culture. All these things I've been begging Definity to build, and I even offered my help to help them build, right? That's what they need to be doing. And more importantly, Definity needs a hit. What do I mean by that? They need a Web3 project that's a hit. That is a project everybody sees like, oh, this is cool, right? They need a hit. And I've even offered to give them that hit, right? They have to back me. I'm not going to give it like they have to back me. But Definity burns, I think their burn rate is like 100 million a year. What I would be asking is nothing to Definity. I know they got the money, right? But they don't have to take my offer. They could say, okay, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is this. Definity needs to build human connection, culture, trust, emotional buy-in, and they need a hit. They need a Web3 hit. Something from outside, right? It shouldn't come from Definity itself. They need an entrepreneur who uses their blockchain to produce a hit in the market. And that entrepreneur can also showcase to other Web3 developers, this is how I use Definity's technology to produce this hit. And I could be that guy, but they choose to ignore me. In any case, I hope this makes sense as to why Caffeine AI will flop. And before I leave, I'm going to tell you right now, I could tell you what Dom's next move will be. Because Caffeine AI, we will find out if Caffeine AI is a success or not 30 days after it launched, right? So a month from July 15th, so around August 15th, September, we will know the story of Caffeine AI, whether it pop or it's a flop. And I'm going to tell you, if nothing works out with Caffeine AI, this is what Dom will do. He will double down on autonomous software, right? He will double down on autonomous agents, on AI created apps. He will basically double down on anything where it's AI creating it, not a human being, right? Because he's not building community, right? He's not building community. He's not building trust. He's not building human connection. He's not building culture. Definity's YouTube page is just a technical brochure, right? There's no real authentic human touch there, right? So he's going to double down on more AI after Caffeine AI flops. That's going to be his next move. Right? And I'll tell you one thing, right? If he does exactly that, if he does exactly this next move, we will know at least one thing. We will know that like he's not watching the YouTube channel, right? Definity's not watching the YouTube channel because, if I was able to predict the move and he did exactly what I said he'll do, right? It's clear that they're not watching, right? So either way, we will get an answer. In any case, my misfits, that's all I have for you in this episode. You know what to do. Don't forget to press that like button and support me on Patreon. I will see you next time.